Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Freehold Raceway here on Friday. It is the 30th of September 2022. I'm going to look at the New Jersey Sire Stakes from Freehold, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean it, around the world. Let's look at the Jersey Sire Stakes races 3, 5, and 8. The third race, it's New Jersey Sire Stakes Standard Bet Development Fund Tyrrell Fleet Trot Leg 2. We have a field of 6 trotters going that 1 mile trip, going for that $10,000 purse. I'm going to take here the one horse Haley Hill as a top selection. Let's go 1, 2, 3, 6 in the superfecta. 1, 2, 3, 6 super. Top selection, one horse Haley Hill. This 2-year-old filly by Muscle Hill. Jordan Stratton's in the sulky. The horse's most recent outing came last week at Tioga and the Reynolds, the 23rd of September there, and he finished 4th by 11.5 lengths there, and never really got going, just never trotted home decently, and it just wasn't the day to win. Come to a half mile today, not the world's toughest horses. I think the horse is in a better spot to win. 2 back at Chester on the 8th of September, 2-year-old filly, 9 words of 2, and the horse finished 4th by 5 3/4 lengths. He showed some gate speed parking second that day, but then he just slowly got shuffled out of it. Couldn't trot home a good race there. Again, it wasn't the day to win. And then the kindergarten at the Meadowlands on the 1st of September, finished 4th by 3 lengths. And again, from wide post, he did well early on, but then just couldn't trot home. Horses won once in parimutuel race. That came at Chester on the 8th, on the 11th of August, and a 9 words of 2, winning by 3/4 of a length that day on the front end all throughout, and 158 flat. I thought the horse trotted home decently that day. A very, very good race. I think the 32nd and 1 second quarter really helped him a lot there. But coming here to a half mile, has some early pace if the horse wants to use it. At 2 to 1, I'm going to use this horse. There's a pick 4 that begins with the previous race. I'm actually going to single this horse in that pick 4. But to recount my selection for the third from Freehold, let's take the one horse Haley Hill, 1, 2, 3, 6 in the superfecta. Over to race number 5 now from Freehold, which is the New Jersey Sire Stakes Standard Bet Development Fund Tyrrell Colts and Gelding Trot Leg 2. 8 trotters are going that 1 mile trip, going for that $10,000 purse. I'm going to take here the 7 horse, the Gruffalo, as a top selection. Let's go 7, 5, 1, 4 in the superfecta. 7, 5, 1, 4 super. Top selection, 7 horse, the Gruffalo, is 2-year-old colt by Chapter 7. Mark Harder trains. Jeff Gregory's in the sulky. The horse's most recent appearance came at Tioga on the 23rd of September, and the Reynolds over the mile, and the horse won by 3 lengths that day, and from the rail didn't have gate speed. This horse, at times just doesn't show it. Didn't show it that day, sat back early. She slowly moved her way up. She's a little bit wide, but she got the job done, going 157 flat. Not her fastest time, but I thought it was a very good race after all said and done, where she was, how far back she was early on. Coming to the half mile, hopefully you get some good speed. I think the horse could really run a good race. 2 back in New York Sire Stakes final, Tioga, 10th of September, and the horse won by length, and again didn't show gate speed that day, sat back early. She swung herself wide and trotted home decently, and 153 and 3. It was an all-around good race for this horse there. And then the kindergarten on the 1st of September at the Meadowlands, the horse finished 6 by 9 lengths and never really showed up there. But I love the race before in the half mile of Yonkers, and then in a 2-year-old Sire Stakes condition, and the horse went by 3/4 in length and really, really won quite nicely. Coming here today is proving the horse can run on a half mile. At 8 to 5, I'm going to use this one. I think the 5 horse, Smooth Landing, is your wise guy horse. We'll definitely use him in that pick 4. Dan Dubé's in the sulky. Most recently, they ran the horse last week in the Sire Stakes here at Freehold, and the horse went by a neck coming from mid-pack. I thought the horse trotted home decently. It was a 2-minute mile, but I thought it was a good race there. Before that, the Meadowlands in the New Jersey Classic, the horse really never showed up from the 10 hole. I thought you just drawn a little bit too wide. And then before that, Lexington in Kentucky Championship Sire Stakes, he finished 9th by 14 lengths, and again never trotted home decently. But I like his race last week. Coming back to the half mile at 8 to 1 with some class relief. I'll use him on the ticket, but I do think the Gruffalo is your most likeliest winner. But to recount my selection for the 5th from Freehold, let's take the 7 horse, the Gruffalo. Give kudos to the 5 horse, Smooth Landing. 7, 5, 1, 4 super. 7, 5 in the multi race. To race number 8 now from Freehold, which is the New Jersey Sire Stakes Standard Bet Development Fund Tyrrell Colts and Geldings Trot Leg 2. Field of 8 trotters going that 1 mile trip, going for that $10,000 purse. My top selection here, I'm going to go take the number 6 horse, Delamar. I'm going to go 6158 in the superfecta. 6158 super. Top selection is 6 horse Delamar. This trio colt by Muscle Hill. Paulo Wellwood trains. Jimmy Marone Jr. is in the sulky. The horse's most recent appearance came the 23rd of September here at Freehold and Jersey Sire Stakes, and the horse won by 2 lengths that day, and he tipped wide that day at the half. He really moved his way up, and he got the job done that non-betting event. An all-around good race there. Coming back here again to the half mile, lesser quality horses. I think he could trot home a decent race. 2 back at the Meadowlands and the New Jersey Classic. He finished 4th by 4 lengths that day, and he showed speed early on, but then he just slowly got shuffled out of it. Never could get the good turn of foot. I do think he got beat by better horses there. And the New Jersey Classic at Meadowlands on the 9th of September, he finished he won by 3 3/4 lengths that day, and he sat back early. He tipped out, he quickened up nicely in 155 and 4. It was the best time for him. It was an all-around great effort for him there, with some serious class relief, where he ran before that at Mohawk in the Wellwood, where he finished 5th by 3 3/4 lengths, never showing up. He didn't show before that, where there was a refund on him for braking before the race, and his Canadian races were just a little bit subpar. But since coming to the States, he's really run these better races. Come to the half today at 7-2. I'm going to use him. I think the 1 horse Southwind Admiral is your second likeliest winner. Dan Dubé's in the sulky. Most recently at the Meadowlands and New Jersey Classic 2 weeks ago, the horse won by 3 3/4 lengths and really just trotted home decently. 156 flat. I thought it was a very easy race from there. Before the New Jersey Classic, he won by 3 again, 155 and 1. A great race. And the week prior, he was actually a vet scratch in the kindergarten. Was scratch sick. But he's winner of his last 3, trotting home decent races. Coming here from the rail at 7-5, I'll definitely use him on the ticket. But the question with him is, will he handle the half? But to recap my selection for the 8th from Freehold, let's take the 6 horse Dylan Marr. Give kudos to the 1 horse Southwind Admiral. 6158 super. 6-1 in your multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.